Okay, so we've got the 300 all reassembled. It's gotten a nice brand new paint job, so it's nice and a little bit glossy, a little bit glossier than I meant to go, but and the old paint was pretty dinged up and it needed some love. So everything's cleaned up and oiled, and we're going to give it one last little bench check just to see how she goes. Awesome. Okay, let's check some reverse. Oops. Okay, there it goes. It's neutral. And this reverse. This whisker's good. And the reverse sounds just as strong. That's great. Lights are on. You can see it up there. The light is going good. So that's fantastic, man. That's really rewarding, taking that from an engine that would not run when the first time I put it on the bench, and now it is a fully functioning, nicely restored 300 AC. So that's gonna probably go to one of the kids and let them play with it to the heart's content. And that was a great little lesson too in how not to do a few things, but learned some good lessons on this engine. I'm gonna put the tender back on it too. It's been painted as well. I've got some touch-ups to do with that and get it reassembled. It's not on the bench right now, so I can't show it to you. And otherwise, that thing's looking pretty good. All right, this is Johnny Flyer signing off. Hey folks, here's an update on the 300 AC. It's Johnny Flyer, and I'm back on the bench with this old engine I've been kind of tinkering around with for a while. Some of you may remember the condition it was in. It's got a nice new coat of paint. I went with a glossier kind of paint, I think, than the OEM paint, and I kind of regret that because you can tell, it just doesn't quite look like a Flyer. So that's okay. I just wanted to play with it a little bit, and this one's going to probably stay here as a tester or something for my kids to play with a little bit. But final steps. Finally got the engine going. The engine would not turn when I first received it, and the paint was in very bad shape. Still got most of the paint off. Did some pretty good detail work on it. Greased it, took it all the way down to degreased it rather, and took it all the way down to bare parts. And here it is, fully reassembled and looking pretty darn good. But here's the best part. Oops. Here we go. Looking good. Reverse unit clicking in pretty nicely. And there's forward. And that is a fully restored American Flyer 300 AC. So very proud of that work, and from some of you who have seen some of the other engines I'm on right now, I've got to kind of up my game a little bit on some of this. So I'm going to zoom in just a little bit if I can, so you might be able to see I didn't quite paint this the way that I know I should have. I was going to use some wet transfer decals, but instead what I opted to do was I painted it off and just kind of kept what was there because this is going to stay with the kids set, and it's probably going to get beat up. I didn't want to put a whole lot of extra money or effort into putting these on, and I've been doing modeling long enough. I know I can do wet transfer and dry transfer decals without any issues. But the light here, you can't really see the contrast, but it's noticeable, but not so much that it looks bad. Otherwise, pretty happy with the way this engine came back to life, and looking forward to putting it on the track here shortly, and we'll give her a test.